Good morning. I'm sure we're all aware of the excitement of artificial intelligence. AI has the potential to transform how companies operate, the services that they offer, and the relationship with their customers. And it's this last point that I'd like to talk about today, how AI is being used to transform customer engagement. What AI means for marketing, for sales, for customer service, customer care departments. Now, AI isn't something that will happen in 5 years' time. All of the analyst firms, Gartner, Ovum, IDC, Forrester, they're all in agreement that AI is happening today. And when we speak to our customers, telecoms and media companies, they're all dipping their toes in the water of AI. They're all starting to develop a strategy. When it comes to developing a strategy, where do you start? According to a recent survey by IBM, 54% of those surveyed believe that data issues is the biggest obstacle to AI success. Data volume, data quality, and data integration. Those organizations that have the highest quality data will have the best results from AI strategies. And this is even more important when it comes to building customer data, ensuring you can access accurate, complete data sets in real time to better understand your customers. For years, marketing departments have talked about this vision of creating personalized one-to-one marketing to treat each and every customer individually. Today, many marketing departments group their customers into segments by similar demographics or similar character traits like age, location, financial status. With AI, they're now able to create this vision of personalized one-to-one marketing. On the topic of personalization, so on the screen in front of you, you have two celebrities, Ozzy Osbourne and Prince Charles. Now, I think we're all in agreement that they're not exactly alike, are they? One is an aging rock star, the other is the future King of England. But yet, most analytical engines that serve online adverts would not be able to distinguish between these two people. And that's because, believe it or not, they actually share quite a lot in common. They're both the same age, they live in the same country, they both have sports cars, they have similar vacations, they both have dogs, etc., and a number of other similarities. Now, I think we can all agree that aside from these similarities, these two celebrities are very, very different, from complete opposite ends of the spectrum. To personalize customer experience, customer engagement, requires very complex analysis of large volumes of data. To build algorithms based on each customer decision is just not viable, especially if you're a telecommunication or a media company where you have millions of customers. So at Amdocs, we're using machine learning to automate the development of these algorithms, to enable telecom providers to reach out to the right customer with the right offer or message at precisely the right time. To provide a great customer experience depends on you knowing exactly what your customers want and having the ability to deliver it to them at the right time and the right channel. Your average company has approximately 36 different systems that contain customer data. And for telecoms and media companies, it's usually a bit more than that. So the starting point is to build a 360-degree customer profile. When it comes to building intelligent customer experience, building a customer profile is really key. So starting with consolidating data from fragmented systems, first-party systems, and matching that to a single customer using customer ID matching. So taking information like cookies, IP addresses, device ID, user ID, email address, and many other IDs that ensure that these disparate fragmented data sets can be connected to the same customer. Once you've done that, what we're doing at Amdocs is actually integrating machine learning to calculate real-time customer KPIs, key performance indicators. Things like churn risk. What's the likelihood that a customer is going to leave the telecom provider and move to a competitor? or what you can see on the screen now, Customer Experience Index. Another KPI being used a lot at the moment is purchase propensity. What's the chances, what's the likelihood that someone is going to purchase a new cell phone or a new TV package? And then leveraging machine learning to trigger proactive notifications or next best actions. So we have all this information on our customers. We're now in a position to reach out to them with an offer, with a message, with some sort of communication when they're most likely to engage. I want to talk briefly about chatbots. Chatbots have become extremely popular over the past couple of years, and they're set to increase in popularity. In fact, according to Gartner, we're going to end up having more conversations with our wives or husbands than we'll have, more conversations with chatbots than we'll have with our wives or husbands, which is quite a shocking statement, but one I think shows how pervasive chatbots are going to be over the next few years. A few weeks ago, we launched the results of a global research that we carried out with Forrester, the global analyst firm, to better understand the value and benefits of chatbots. And we surveyed both telecom providers and also the users themselves to understand that there's a disconnect between the two. There are some really interesting findings, and I want to just highlight a few here. From the user's perspective, some of the challenges of chatbots today are they struggle with complex questions, complex queries. It's fine if you have a very simple FAQ type question. But anything outside of the box, most chatbots would struggle to resolve the issue, leaving the customer with a frustrated end user experience. The second is customers today expect to receive a personalized response, personalized resolution. But most bots in the market today are not integrated into the back-end systems. They're not integrated into the CRM or into the billing system or product catalog, which means, of course, the chatbot will be unable to offer any personal resolution. And a third area, which I find quite interesting as well, is bots lack human attributes and emotional understanding. We'll come to this shortly. So when Amdocs launched the smart bots a couple of weeks ago, we took that into consideration. We wanted to ensure that we had a solution that resolved each of those different customer concerns. And I want to show you a very, very quick demo of how we're using the bot today. Very, very simple example of a made-up telecommunication provider called NXT Communication. And we're showing a customer using Facebook, using the chatbot application on Facebook to engage with their telecom provider. So hopefully you can see the customer has written, "I'm frustrated, someone has stolen my phone." Now the customer has not explicitly asked for anything in particular, but yet automatically the bot is translating the customer's intent into an action. It understands that the customer has lost or stolen his phone or had his phone stolen, so automatically it's offering the option to suspend your subscription. And the third thing that is going to happen is, again, the bot realizes that the customer does not have a phone, so it's automatically offering the customer a new phone. Not just any phone, the option of 2 or 3 phones. Again, the phones are based on what the customer has purchased previously and based on the customer profile that we talked about before. Very, very simple example. And it's really key when it comes to developing your own bot or when it comes to looking at partnering with third parties, that the bot is able or includes specific industry intents. Every industry has specific terminology, has different ways of doing things, and specific intents. In this case, we've shown an example of a telecom-specific intent. I explained before around some of the challenges around bots, and the last point in the research talked about human understanding. Now, I think we're all aware that communication is a lot more than just what we say or what we type. It's actually a bit more nuanced than that. It's all around our emotional state at the same time. I want to show you a very, very quick 45-second demo that really brings to life the concept of sentiment analysis. This is something that we're trialing at the moment, not just using sentiment analysis in the bots, but also enabling the agent in the call center to better understand the customer whilst he's on the phone to the customer, and also to be able to personalize the response to the customer as well.
After an eternity, I finally got through to you. My phone is not working. Sorry to hear that, Brad. Let me try to see if I can get you a new phone right away.
Well, I've only had this phone for 3 months. I don't think I can upgrade.
You're right. You won't be eligible for an
Just want to very quickly pause there. Hopefully you can see on the top right-hand corner, what we've done is we've integrated a sentiment analysis API within the dashboard of the call center agent. So throughout the conversation between the agent and the customer who's calling to complain, we can detect the mood and the emotional state of the customer, whether he's angry, frustrated, happy. And not only that, but it has a direct correlation to the machine learning KPI. So we can see if there's a higher risk of churn, if there's a high risk that the customer is going to leave the telecom provider and move to a competitor. And finally, the next thing, just to draw your attention, is to the next best action. So we've taken all this information, we're using sentiment analysis and machine learning, but also adding a recommendation to the agent as to what they should offer the customer. I'm just going to carry on the video.
upgrade, but we'll ensure you have a working phone right away.
Oh, really? You got some magic or something?
I'll send your phone for repair, and we'll provide you with a loaner phone in the meantime. Don't mind my asking, did you happen to drop your phone?
Yeah, I dropped it a couple weeks back, but it seemed to work okay for a bit.
I highly recommend you protect your phone with a silicone case. Since the loaner is on its way, would you like me to also send a case and a screen protector along?
That sounds good.
Great. I'm glad to hear this worked out for you, Brad.
Okay, so very, very simple example of how we're using AI capabilities to really help customer experience and to ensure that the agent is able to personalize the response. Just to wrap up very, very quickly, I want to introduce the Amdocs Aya. Amdocs Aya is our intelligence platform that we launched at the beginning of the year. It's an intelligence platform that's integrated across the entire Amdocs portfolio. And Amdocs is in a unique position in that we manage the core business processes of our customers, which means that we have direct access to the core data. So we're taking all of this great data for our customers, we're feeding it into Aya, into the intelligence engines, and injecting that across multiple business processes. And finally, I just want to end with the final slide, where to start. We're all aware of the benefits and value of AI, but knowing where to start is a different issue altogether. Quick 5-step guide. Start with strategy, not technology, really key. Identify a problem to solve, and then determine how AI can help. Secondly, look at data. Understand what data is required. Look at your data warehouse. Is it fit for purpose to manage all of this great data? Then you can start applying technology with a phased, staged rollout. Then engage your organization. One of the biggest concerns that people have is not the technology, it's the culture. In many cases, people are not ready to embrace AI. So bring in other departments, not just the IT. And then finally, it's really key to measure success, to bring in KPIs and ensure that AI will be a success for your organization. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.